Thank you for joining us for the Rising Ninth Grade Information Night Class of 2025 presentation. Tonight you'll be hearing from members of the Counseling Department as well as academic department chairs and elective department chairs at Milton High School. We'd like to start by covering an overview of the registration timeline. January 25th through the 29th, your students' academic teachers will be making recommendations for your students' 2021-2022 academic courses. This will be the time teachers will discuss with your students if they plan to take a grade level, honors, or AP course at the high school level. And that is a great time to ask those teachers about appropriate placement based on how your student has performed in middle school. On February 1st, our virtual elective fair will be available, and this will be an opportunity for students to hear from some of the special programs and elective programs and pathways that Milton High School offers. So this will be a really great opportunity for your students to become more familiar with the opportunities available at Milton. February 1st through the 5th, students will be going into Infinite Campus and choosing their electives. Those will not be their academic classes, but electives such as Intro to Business, Chorus, and other classes. February 8th, students will be given a first verification form. This is their opportunity to review the academic recommendations their teachers have made, in addition to reviewing the elective choices that they made. This is a really important time for you to talk with your student and discuss their choices, think about their overall course load balance, and this is the opportunity to make any requests for changes. February 11th, requests for changes will be due through a Microsoft form that will be distributed to students. On February 19th, students will receive a final verification form. This will be an opportunity to ensure that no mistakes were made during the change process. And February 22nd will be the deadline to submit final changes through another Microsoft form. At this point, the registration process will be closed and the high school will finalize entering students' requests and recommendations. If you have questions about registration, the first person to contact would be your middle school counselor. They are a great resource for asking questions about the registration process at your particular middle school. Other great people to ask are your academic teachers, especially when it comes to determining which level of a course is the best placement for your child. They are the experts in knowing your child and their work over their middle school career and during their 8th grade school year. So feel free to ask them questions about what may be the best fit. We also have an extensive course catalog on the Milton website under the academics page. And this is a great resource to look at all of the course offerings that we have, determine if your student is eligible based on their grade level, and look at course sequences. Another great resource is to view the virtual elective fair that we will publish on February 1st. This will be a great representation of all the unique programs that Milton has to offer. This slide covers members of our counseling department and support staff. Milton counselors break students down by alphabet caseload. Danielle Fett is the head counselor and counselor for last names A through B. Casey Lehman is counselor for last names C through F. Shannon First is counselor for last names G through KH. Tiffany Popwell is counselor for last names KI through NF. Cheryl Bohannon is counselor for last names NG through SG. Blaze Wilson is counselor for last names SH through Z. Julie Gracie is our graduation coach. Michelle Height is our registrar. Amy Barr is our records clerk. And Maria Echeverria is our bilingual parent liaison. This year, our students have been on a 7-period day. They have 6 academic periods and 1 lunch and study hall period, and 10 minutes between classes. Our school day starts at 8:20 a.m. and ends at 3:30 p.m. Progress reports are distributed every 6 weeks, and report cards go home after semester grades are posted and earned in December and in May. You can access grades and attendance at any time through the Infinite Campus parent or student portal to keep a pulse on how your student is doing. If you ever have questions about a gradebook, we always encourage you to reach out to your student's teacher, as they will normally have more detailed information than is shown in the gradebook. At the high school, we use a 100-point grading scale. When students earn a 90 to a 100 in a class, that is an A. An 80 to an 89 is a B. A 70 to a 79 is a C. And anything below a 70 is an F. We do not use a D at the high school. Students who take honors, AP, or dual enrollment classes have an extra 7 points added to their grade before it is posted to transcript. So a student who earns an 85 in an honors class will then have a 92 on their transcript. Fulton County and Milton do not calculate a 4.0 GPA, though that is what the Georgia Student Finance Commission uses for students' Hope and Zell Miller GPA. We report GPA on a 100-point weighted scale. Also to note, middle school grades are done differently than high school grades. Middle school grades are calculated using a system of averages. For example, students who earn a 60 in the fall of their 8th grade year in English and an 80 in their spring semester of 8th grade English have their grades averaged together for a 70, and the student passes the class. In the high school, each semester is independent and not averaged together. For example, a student in 9th grade English may earn a 60 in the fall and an 80 in the spring, and there is no yearly average, but the student fails the first semester and passes the second semester. That student would need to recover the credit through credit recovery or through summer school. We always want students to keep the end in mind, and this is an overview of what is required to graduate from Milton High School. Students must have 4 units of credit in English, 4 units of credit in math, 4 units of credit in science, 3 units of credit in social studies, a half a credit of health, and a half a credit of personal fitness, adding up to 1 credit. They must have 3 units of either a world language, fine arts, or career tech class. It could be a combination of 1 and 2, 1 of each, 3 of the same, as long as they have 3 total credits in that area, and then 4 electives of their choice. They must have 23 total credits to graduate. However, with the number of middle school credits and dual enrollment credits and AP credits our students take, many do end up graduating with more than 23 credits. Each semester-long class bears a half unit of credit, and therefore a year-long class is 1 full unit of credit. A note on world language: it is not a graduation requirement, but many colleges may require 2 or 3 credits of the same foreign language. A few notes on high school credit earned in middle school. When your student accepts high school credit that they've taken in middle school, that begins their high school GPA. Middle school credits do not count toward their Hope GPA for the Hope or Zell Miller Scholarship, but it does begin their Milton and Fulton County high school GPA. Grades and credits that are awarded are final. They cannot be removed later on from the high school transcript if a student feels like they do not like the grade that they earned in middle school. Students also cannot repeat courses that they took for credit in middle school. If they accepted or earned credit for 9th grade literature, for instance, they do have to move on to 10th grade literature. They cannot retake 9th grade lit to relearn content, or to earn a higher grade. Finally, we encourage you to check your students' transcript after they leave middle school to ensure that the high school credits are posted properly, whether they accepted or denied credit, and to ensure that if they took an honors course that they were given the extra 7 points for that honors course.
Fulton Virtual School is an option for all Fulton County students of all grade levels. It is a competency and mastery-based personalized learning option, and it runs basically from elementary school through high school. We do offer core classes and a number of electives. We also offer a number of world languages from grades 6 through 12, and then our online program provides students an opportunity to accelerate their education, and it also offers students an opportunity to recover credit with a very flexible options and scheduling. In order to be a successful online student, one student needs to have certain qualities. They need to be self-motivated and disciplined. They need to have certain goals in mind and be rather goal-oriented. They need to have basic computer skills. They need to be able to set a schedule and keep to that schedule. They need to be willing to speak up and advocate for themselves if problems or issues should arise. And they should be able to be willing to commit 4 to 8 hours per week per course, depending on the course level and requirements. And new to Fulton Virtual this semester, or this school year, is we also offer honors classes. So we have core classes 6th through 12th grade, on level through honors. The only thing we do not offer is AP. If this sounds like something you or your student might be interested in, please talk to your counselor to see which courses are offered and what are the registration requirements.
Students interested in taking an online class will be scheduled for online classes at the beginning or end of the school day. For a list of courses offered via the online programs, please visit the Fulton Virtual and/or Georgia Virtual websites linked below. Information on how students should indicate interest in an online class will be released during the MHS course verification process. In addition to submitting interest, students need to understand that it's also their responsibility to register themselves for the course that they're choosing through the online program's website.
The Physical Education Department has a variety of elective courses offered throughout each semester of a school year. If you are a basketball or soccer enthusiast, we would definitely encourage you to sign up for those classes. Those are new this year and they are going to be fun and exciting. Personal fitness and health are required for graduation. Students need to have that completed by the time they are a senior in high school in order to graduate from Milton High School. If you are an athlete or fall under one of the other categories on the slide, such as circ, equestrian, fencing, please know that you are able to waive out of personal fitness, and those details can be found on the Milton website or through your coach. We look forward to seeing you in some of our great PE classes.
Karen Jones, and I'm the English department chair. So this is what our progression looks like. So for example, if you're in 8th grade and you take 8th grade at middle school, you can go to 9th grade on level, then you can go to World Lit for 10th grade, and then 11th grade on level, and then senior year you have the option of taking Multicultural Lit, College English, or you can take AP Lang for seniors. But there's other ways you can get to the end as well. So you can take 10th grade World Lit on level, and then you can jump to 11th grade honors. Then that opens that up a little bit more for you. So if you're in 11th grade honors, you can take any of the courses off on the right-hand side. If you take advanced English in 8th grade, you can then go on to 9 honors in 9th grade, 10th grade, World Lit honors, Then from there, you can go to 11 honors, or you can take AP Lang American Lit in 11th grade. That's 2 courses in one. It's AP Lang and American Lit all in 1 year. From there, you can go to AP Lit, Dramatic Writing, which is an honors course, and College English. And just a quick notation for our dramatic writing program. Students in dramatic writing, it is an honors, so they earn that 7 points. And additionally, they get an on-level theater credit. This slide shows our honors track. So if a student were to take 9 honors in 8th grade, in 9th grade, they would take World Lit, 10th grade, AP Lang and American Lit, and again, that's 2 courses in one. Then their junior year, they can take College English, AP Lit, Dramatic Writing, and that opens up their senior year for, let's say they take Dramatic Writing 11th grade, they can take AP Lit 12th grade, they may want to dual enroll. The other option is if they take 9 honors in 8th grade and they choose not to take the credit. From there, they would go to 9 honors in 9th grade, World Lit honors in 10th grade, AP Lang and American Lit in 11th grade, and then they have all of those options open for them senior year, AP Lit, Dramatic Writing, College English, or dual enrollment. For graduation requirements, students must have 4 year-long credits. One of them must be 9th grade, and the other must be 1 American Lit credit. And so our American Lit credits are American Lit on level, American Lit honors, or AP Lang American Lit, which is the 2 courses in one. Here are the department nuances. Some of them I've mentioned. We have 3 journalism courses. 1 journalism course is yearbook, and it shows the progression. If students stay with that course, it'll show on their transcript journalism 1, 2, and 3. The same with creative writing. Our creative writing course is a semester course, but students can choose to take it for that semester, or they can choose to take it for the whole year. It continues on into next semester, so second semester is not a repeat of first semester. We also have newspaper, which falls into creative writing. So it'll still show journalism, but it's in that creative writing class. AP Capstone is now an English credit. Dramatic writing, as I said earlier, it's an honors English credit, and it's also the on-level theater credit. AP Lang and American Lit is 2 courses in one. It's AP Literature and AP Lang and Composition. And then AP Lang for seniors is 1 course in 1 year. So that's just AP Lang and Composition. And that's for students who've already taken American Lit. So they could have taken on-level American Lit or honors American Lit as juniors, and then seniors, they can take AP Lang for seniors.
Hello, my name is Marvin Falula. I am the Department Chair for Mathematics at Milton High School. I will be discussing the mathematics transition to 9th grade and beyond for Milton. On the next 2 slides, I have laid out the typical progression of courses based upon the course that students are taking in 8th grade currently. For the 8th grader who is currently taking Math 8, the typical progression will be to take Algebra 1 as a 9th grader, Geometry as a 10th grader, Algebra 2 as an 11th grader, and they will choose between pre-calculus, advanced mathematical decision-making, college math, or dual enrollment as a 12th grader. You may notice that there is also a line going from Math 8 to Accelerated Algebra 1 / Geometry A Honors. This option is available based upon the recommendation of the 8th grade math teacher. For the 8th grader who is currently taking Math 8 Advanced, the typical progression will be to take Accelerated Algebra 1 Geometry A Honors as a 9th grader, Accelerated Geometry B Algebra 2 Honors as a 10th grader, Accelerated Pre-Calculus Honors as an 11th grader, and would have the choice between AP Calculus AB, AP Calculus BC based upon the teacher's recommendation, AP Statistics, or dual enrollment as a 12th grader. For the 8th grader who is currently taking Algebra 1 Honors, the typical progression would be to take Geometry Honors as a 9th grader, Algebra 2 Honors as a 10th grader, either Pre-Calculus Honors or Accelerated Pre-Calculus Honors with the teacher recommendation as an 11th grader. And then they would choose between AP Calculus AB, AP Calculus BC with a teacher recommendation, AP Statistics, or dual enrollment as a 12th grader. For the 8th grader who is currently taking Accelerated Algebra 1 Geometry A Honors, the typical progression would be to take Accelerated Geometry B Algebra 2 Honors as a 9th grader, Accelerated Pre-Calculus as a 10th grader, AP Calculus AB or AP Calculus BC with a teacher recommendation, possibly AP Statistics, or dual enrollment as an 11th grader, and then they could enroll in Georgia Tech Multivariable Calculus if they're accepted, dual enrollment as a 12th grader, or if they had taken AP Calculus AB, then they could take BC or choose to take AP Statistics. I hope that this information has been helpful. Once again, my name is Marvin Fullove, and I am the Department Chair for Mathematics at Milton High School.
Hi, I first want to talk about graduation requirements for science. Students do have to have 4 year-long credits. They have to have 1 of those credits in biology, and then 1 in either physical science or physics. They do have to have another credit in either chemistry, earth systems, environmental, or in AP science, and those are what the rest of our options are. So they already satisfy those. There are students that enter high school with the high school physical science credit, and then some students enter high school without the high school physical science credit. Up until this year, all students have taken biology in 9th grade. This year, we're proposing a slight change to that pathway. This year, we're recommending that 9th graders have 4 different options for science in 9th grade. If they have the high school physical science credit, then we would remain with the traditional pathway where they are recommended for either biology or honors biology. If they do not have the high school physical science credit, we're recommending that they choose either physical science or honors physical science as a 9th grader. A couple of reasons for this. First, they just took it in 8th grade, and they can also practice the corresponding math skills at the same time as they're going to be in Algebra 1. We're hoping that the continuity, particularly with the COVID pandemic and moving in between virtual and face-to-face, we're hoping that this will help some of the 9th graders adjust to high school a little bit easier. And they're able to earn that credit for graduation and then put off biology for an extra year. This is the proposed course sequence for students that have the high school physical science credit. They would choose to take either biology or honors biology. They already have that physical science credit, so from there they could go to chemistry or honors chemistry, or they could choose a different pathway if they didn't want to take chemistry in 10th grade for any reason. So some of these are open as well. For students entering 9th grade without the physical science credit, we are proposing that they take physical science or honors physical science. They just had it in 8th grade. It should be able to carry over well. And then from there, they can be placed into biology or honors biology to earn that biology credit that's required for graduation. 11th and 12th grade would still be open to student choice. So they have lots of different options. And can move really in any direction that they choose.
Hi, this is Lisa Silverman. I am the Social Studies Department Chair at Milton High School. Ninth graders do not have a required social studies class that they need to take in their 9th grade year. However, they do have a couple of options available to them. One option is to take AP U.S. Government and Politics, which is a year-long college-level class that does fulfill the American government graduation requirement. Another option is AP Human Geography, which is also a college-level year-long course, but this fulfills only an elective credit. Note that if students do not choose to take AP US Government in their 9th grade year, they will need to fulfill the government requirement in their senior year when it's offered once again. In addition, if a student in 9th grade takes AP US Government and finds at the end of the first semester that it's not really what they expected and they are struggling and chooses to drop out of it, they will not have filled the American government graduation requirement and will need to also take it in their senior year. For placement into one of the AP classes in 9th grade, US Government or AP Human Geography, the student should have a semester 1 average from this past fall semester of at least an 80% and have a current teacher recommendation. When considering whether or not your child is suited to take a college level course at the 9th grade level, you should consider many things. One, you want to consider their schedule. What are the rest of their classes like for their 9th grade year? Remember, they will be adjusting to 9th grade in high school, which can be a big change for some students. They also need to have the necessary skills to be able to do a college level course. Now, our teachers are really excellent and do a good job with them, but there is a lot that is expected of the student themselves. They need to have the ability to read college level text and to do that independently. They have to have above average ability to think critically, to analyze sources, and to have interpretation skills. They need to be able to work independently, to be able to take notes and move through material very quickly because we do go at a quick pace in these college level courses. And they need to have the maturity to be able to learn about and respect differences of opinion. In addition, they need to have the time to commit to these AP classes. Students will spend approximately 45 minutes, 1 hour a night for 45 minutes to an hour a night for 3 to 4 nights a week. What would they be doing? They would be reading from the textbook, writing, completing work, studying and reviewing class notes, and preparing for upcoming tests and quizzes. The social studies course progression starts officially in 10th grade. Like I said, in 9th grade, they can choose to do no social studies classes or they can participate in the AP level, AP US Government and AP Human Geography. When they get to 10th grade, they can either take on-level World History or AP World History. In 11th grade, they can take on-level US History or AP US History. In 12th grade, we have 2 required courses. One is for economics and one is US Government. AP Economics, Macroeconomics for 1 semester fulfills that requirement or on level. There's also an additional course that they could take, the AP Economics year-long class, which will give them 1 semester of AP Macro, which fulfills their graduation requirement, and 1 semester of Microeconomics, AP Microeconomics, which fulfills an elective requirement. If students did not take 9th grade AP US Government in their freshman year, then they would be required to take a government class in their senior year to fulfill that requirement. They can do that at on level or they can take AP US Government. If they take AP US Government as a senior, please note that this is a semester-long class and not like the year-long 9th grade class. In addition, there are some social studies electives that will become available to students once they reach the 11th grade. So 11th and 12th graders can take sociology, which is a semester-long course, AP Comparative Government and Politics, which is also a semester-long, or AP Psychology, which is a year-long. If you have any questions that can't be answered by your middle school teacher, please reach out to me, Lisa Silverman, at silverman@fultonschools.org. Thanks so much, and we look forward to teaching your child at Milton.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Muriel Davison et je suis la chef du département des langues étrangères à Milton. Hola, soy la señora Davison, la coordinadora del Departamento de Lenguas Extranjeras del Colegio Milton. Nemewa Muriel Davison, Milton no geko kugo no tentosha desu. Mihi nomen est Muriel Davison E sum magistra Milton lingue urbum terrarum. Did you understand one of the languages that I used in my presentation? I hope so. Many Milton families speak another language at home, and that is awesome. In today's world, our students are competing with Europeans who have studied at least one language for 6 years and another for 5 years when they graduate from high school. To narrow the gap, we must show the importance and benefit of learning another language. In the World Language Department, we want students to become polyglots and give them better opportunities in the working world. You may have heard one of Nelson Mandela's quote that said, "If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart." That is what the World Language Department at Milton is doing. We are helping students become fluent in another language by immersing them in the target language in the classroom, both virtually and in person. Now let me go ahead and introduce to you my team and what we have to offer your student. First, let's meet the French, Japanese, and Latin teachers. We have Yona Cooper, who teaches French and Spanish. She has been teaching for 10 years at the college level. She taught at Johns Hopkins University and Georgia State University. This is her first year at Milton and her first year teaching high school. She speaks 4 languages, Romanian, English, French, and Spanish, and is currently learning Italian. Next, we have Miss Mormon. She is a French teacher here and has been teaching for 27 years, 5 of which have been at Milton High School. She speaks French and English, and she came from a French island in the South Pacific and is a French native speaker. Next, we have Mr. Nico Mormon, who teaches Japanese. He has been teaching for 30 years, 8 of which have been at Milton. He is fluent in Japanese, English, and French. He is also proficient in American Sign Language and Spanish. He wants you to know, the community, that his family lives in the Milton district and that his wife, Madame Mormon, teaches at Milton as well. Next, we have Mr. Marsh, who is the Latin teacher. He has been teaching 15 years, 10 of which have been at Milton. He only speaks English. However, he can read Latin, Attic Greek, Homeric Greek, Koine, and Anglo-Saxon. He is on track to complete his doctorate in the summer of 2021. And now for the Spanish teachers. First, we have Maria Carinano, and she has been teaching for 26 years, 10 of which have been at Milton High School. She speaks Spanish and English, and she loves to share the magic of learning a second language with her students. Miss Jennifer Brubaker, formerly known as Shaber, is another Spanish teacher here. She has been teaching for 29 years, 3 of which have been at Milton. She speaks English and Spanish, and she says that for many years she has enjoyed teaching students of all ages from ages 14 to 78 in high schools and colleges. She hopes to inspire her students the love of language and culture. Next, we have Dr. Crystal Square, and she has been teaching for 26 years, 7 of which at Milton. She speaks Spanish and English, and she says that she truly enjoys teaching students about the richness and diversity of the Spanish language and culture. She has taught for many years and has taught all levels of Spanish. Her experience even includes teaching in the International Baccalaureate High School. Next, we have Miss Nancy Shaban. She has been teaching for 21 years, 5 of which have been at Milton. She speaks Spanish and English, And she says that she has 3 kids who went through the Fulton County school system and all attended Emory University, and she also lived in Spain for a year and a half. Last but not least, we have Miss Lixa Martinez, who has been teaching for 15 years, and this is her 2nd year at Milton High School. She teaches Spanish and English, and she is our online Spanish teacher through Fulton Virtual Schools. And I am Muriel Davison, the World Language Department Chair. I am originally from France, taught French for 30+ years, and understand the concept of learning a language. Now let me go ahead and explain to you all of the classes and opportunities that we have for your students in the World Language Department. Okay, as you have met our teachers, you know that we offer French, Japanese, Latin, and Spanish. We are also going to offer American Sign Language Level 1 this year. It's not on this presentation, but it has just been decided. All languages offer the levels 1 through AP, and levels 2 through 4 all have an on-level opportunity as well as an honors classes opportunity. During the on-level curriculum, 90% of the language is used, the target language is used for instruction from your teachers. The activities vary, of course, but they all practice speaking, writing, reading, and listening. And the students are highly encouraged to communicate in the target language as much as possible. The honors class is 100% taught in the language, in the target language, and the students are expected to communicate in the target language as well. The curriculum for the honors classes is more in-depth work from the on-level classes, but it is the same curriculum. Also, we move at a faster pace in the honors class, and the activities are a little bit more challenging for the students because we are trying to prepare them for the AP level. And this year, we recently started offering Spanish for native speakers, levels 1 and 2 this year. And next year, we will continue to offer that and add Spanish for native speakers, level 3. Concerning opportunities for world language students outside of the classroom, all languages have a language club and an honor society, so your students can get involved outside of class. French and Spanish both offer a weekend of immersion camp for students. However, during the pandemic, this has been put on hold. Both French and the Japanese department have exchange programs where we host students from the country and then we in turn go to the country and stay with families during the summer. Again, because of the pandemic, this program has been put on hold, but will come back as soon as everything goes back to normal. All languages participate in numerous county, state, and national competitions, including GHP, which is Governor's Honors Program. We participate in national tests, such as the French and Spanish national test, and Fulton Forum, which is put on by Fulton County. It's a speaking competition, and more. The Latin program competes in over 10 contests each year, and they always perform really well in their contests because Mr. Marsh does an excellent job with his students. Other opportunities that your students have are, once they are seniors, they can choose to apply for the International Skills Diploma Seal, which would give them a seal to add to their certificate, their diploma, high school diploma. It is viewed as a good thing to do and is a positive for college applications. They do have to go through a capstone presentation to be able to get awarded this seal. There is also the biliteracy seal for the seniors, and for that they also have certain requirements that must be met, but it is available to them. That is what the world language at Milton High School has to offer your students. We are looking forward to teaching them, to meeting them, and to providing them the opportunity to become bilingual or trilingual, depending on your student, and prepare them for our world today. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Hello, my name is Diane Bali and I am the Career Technology Department Chair. There are several career technology areas to choose classes from at Milton. There are 3 courses offered in each pathway and they are all year-long courses. First, we have audio, visual, technology, and film. There is a 1, 2, and 3 course for this. Topics covered include safety, production, script writing, setup, and filmmaking. There is an application process with Mr. Hopkins to be eligible for this first course. Next, we have business and technology for students interested in owning their own business. The 3 courses are Introduction to Business, Legal Environment, and Entrepreneurship. In this pathway, students will create their own Shark Tank business and prototype. Also, students in this pathway will have the opportunity to prepare for a certification exam in areas of Microsoft Office. Next, we have Computer Science. The courses are Introduction to Digital Technology, AP Computer Science Principles, and either the choice of AP Computer Science for students interested in writing code using Java or game design. Both AP Computer Science Principles and AP Computer Science qualify as the 4th science course for graduation and for college admissions. Next is engineering. Engineering has 4 levels available, starting with foundations, then concepts, applications, and finishing with research design. A large component of the courses would be constructing master projects. Students will also learn how to use tools and power equipment. Next, we have healthcare science, starting with Introduction to Healthcare Science. The second course is Essentials of Healthcare, which counts as 2 credits, 1 for Essentials and 1 for Anatomy and Physiology. This course also qualifies as a 4th science course option. You have a choice of courses for your 3rd year with either sports medicine and learning about sports injuries and taping and evaluation, or surgical technician with learning about the surgery environment and suturing, gowning, and gloving. Next is Law and Justice. Classes offered are Introduction to Law and Public Safety, Corrections and Security. This looks at concepts of law, civil, and criminal law. Then there's Criminal Justice Essentials, which looks at basic law enforcement skills. And then Forensics. This is looking at evidence and crime scene investigation. Next, Nutrition and Food Science. This starts with the introduction class of Food, Nutrition, and Wellness, where you learn the basics of food nutrients and food preparation. Next class is Food for Life, and it finishes with Food Science. All courses incorporate food labs. Teaching as a profession. This is where students explore different teaching methods and can do internships at local elementary and middle schools. This course requires an application process with Ms. Sarin. In addition, there is a college credit opportunity if students take the class for 3 years, also create an educational portfolio, and pass the end of course pathway assessment. They receive college credit. Next is work-based learning. There are several options here for students in their junior and senior year of high school. All require an application process through Dr. Wagner. Some of the courses include traditional 1- and 2-hour work-based learning, teacher assistance, medical internship. This is only for students that are in the medical pathway, and media center assistance known as Tech Eagles. We also have Career Technology CTI, which is Career Technical Instruction, and it's a program designed to support students with disabilities enrolled in a career technology education course. They assist with enhanced entry-level job skills, transition activities, and self-determination skills. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at ballyd@fultonschools.org. Thank you.
Welcome to the Milton Fine Arts Department slides. This is Drew Bowers, Department Chair. Along the way, if you have questions, please feel free to email me at any point in time. My email is included on the Performing Arts page. It's Bowers, BOWERSA, @fultonschools.org. Here you will see listed the visual arts staff at Milton High School. You can contact any of these three ladies to check on placement in your visual arts classes. Please note that you should have taken Intro to Art as a prerequisite to any of the arts classes, depending on what your next step is. If you are a rising freshman and have had Intro to Art, the next step will either be draw, paint, ceramics, or sculpture. Please contact one of the arts teachers to clarify your placement. Please note that we do have a National Art Honor Society that is a wonderful organization through the visual arts teachers. This is a great way to become more involved with different service projects throughout the community and the school. Here you have listed all of the performing arts staff at Milton High School. Note that their email addresses are included and a link to the website for each of these programs. Going to these websites will give you a more in-depth knowledge about the programs and all of the classes and activities that they offer for our students. There are two Performing Arts Honor Societies offered at Milton. The Music Honor Society is for all music students, whether in band, chorus, or orchestra. That is sponsored by Mr. Cummings, so you can contact him for more information. Theater sponsors the International Thespian Society. That is available to all those in theater classes and the technical theater classes. And more information can be obtained through your theater teachers. Here you will also see audition information for our performing arts classes at Milton High School. We are incredibly blessed to have wonderful performing arts opportunities. If you are involved in a performing arts in middle school, it is a wonderful opportunity for you to continue in high school and see what that discipline offers for you in high school. Each of these programs will take what you have already learned and continue to enhance it and make it better for not only you, the individual, but the groups. You will see links below to the websites where you can go get more detailed information about auditions, which classes require an audition, and what those auditions entail. Again, please note that not every ensemble or class requires an audition at Milton, so you will want to check carefully for each discipline as to what their auditions require. If you need more help with this or need help getting to the right contact, please email Mr. Bowers at bowersa@fultonschools.org. That's BOWERSA @fultonschools.org. Finally, I would like to add to each of you to find a way to get involved in high school. As faculty and staff, we know that our students are more likely to succeed when you are involved. Our athletic director talks about this all the time as a AAA school, arts, academics, and athletics, and I could not agree more. We have incredible sports, incredible arts programs, and of course our incredible academics to supply your kids with an incredible learning experience at Milton High School. Please get involved. Find a way to do all of those. The sports and the arts and the activities go hand in hand. We all work well together, and we want your students to be involved as much as they can handle in their schedules. If you have questions about ways to get involved, please contact me, Drew Bowers, Department Chair for Fine Arts, and we wish you nothing but the greatest success at Milton High School.